In this field of wheat, tearing up the weeds could one day mean the difference between life and death for Halemu Hassan Ali and her husband, Elias Abdullahi. They farm this land together in the Somali region of southern Ethiopia. In recent years, low rainfall and resulting droughts have repeatedly destroyed their crops. Before that, violent clashes between different ethnic groups nearby forced them to abandon their farm and flee their home.
For the last 9 years, we have been moving from one place to another, escaping the violence. We could only farm our land in the last 2 years, when we finally settled down.
Concerned their food sources could disappear again one day, Elias and Halemu are now concentrated on increasing the amount they can grow.
I am working on improving my production. We used to farm sorghum, maize, and other crops. However, since the start of the conflict, I've entirely focused on planting wheat.
Every so often they leave their fields to participate in an internationally funded program designed to support their work. Here at the only school in their village, called Tuli Gulid, local farmers learn about planting techniques, seed types and marketing tips to help them grow more wheat and sell it for more cash. The process of finding, growing or buying food remains a persistent challenge in Ethiopia, where 20 million residents rely on some form of food assistance from international organizations like the World Food Programme. Even in a seemingly peaceful village like this one, the threats to food access, whether from violent conflict or returning drought, means residents must find better ways to cushion themselves against future supply shocks, and sometimes that happens in a classroom. Agricultural teaching courses are intended to improve skills and increase what experts call food resilience in these communities where families often work without a net to save them from drought or conflict.
If we can link these people to more predictable markets, then our job will be done to make sure that they have the incomes that they need so that they will be able to sustain or recover quickly in cases of recurrent shocks.
WFP officer Sinsho Alemu designs and develops resilient systems across Ethiopia.
Despite the nation's efforts trying to address these challenges, we still remain food insecure, and food production is still a challenge.
Do you think, as an Ethiopian, there is a future where everyone here has enough food?
I would say yes, but I would say we need to have some of the conditions to make sure that this yes is realized. So trying to introduce technologies that enhance resilience and trying to build some of the key infrastructures in terms of market access so that incomes are diversified and these families have some cash and some money in case the worst happens.
For the farmers, that means moving from manual labor to machines, as well as access to local stores like this that sell low-cost farming products, including pesticides.
It is part of increasing production and productivity, part of increasing their income, and also food security.
That security is now stronger inside some Ethiopian schools, too. Full stomachs and broad smiles are the telltale for thousands of students. In this village called Andekelo, this storeroom of food must last a semester, 6 months or so. Corn, soy, rice and oil are prepared in the kitchen next door, each measured out by the ounce. Children file through a dining room built with US money, where the UN World Food Programme funds a daily meal for almost 400 of them, ages 5 to 25. Headmaster Abdu Awoki Mohammed oversees this lunch rush at recess and says it's helped raise enrollment.
As this community is largely pastoralist, they move from place to place in search of food. Since school meals started, we have seen them settle down and come to school regularly. This gives them a chance to have better futures.
More than 400 schools across this region, called Afar, now have similar feeding programs, helping 90,000 children.
It will reduce the number of hungry individuals in our nation. And because school meals are readily available, our country's young people will learn more efficiently and will eventually contribute significantly to the creation of an educated population.
Across Ethiopia, tens of thousands of children receive this kind of food assistance at school every single day. And while the morning mealtime may be winding down here, for some of the children, this will be the only food they see all day. Among them, many siblings. 5-year-old Hayat, 7-year-old Ali, teenagers Abdu, Zahara and Mohammed. They're 5 of 8 kids, and this may be the only time they eat today. Back at home, their father Johar Hatta Ali says the school meal staves off disaster.
Since I lost my wife, I've faced serious challenges. Here's my house, which I built myself, but I have nothing besides this.
With little livestock left and even less money, Johar says his kids would go hungry without this support.
There was no food shortage before, and the price was low compared with the current market price. Now the price is skyrocketing, and we are facing a serious food shortage.
The chance to avoid a similar catastrophe keeps Elias and Halimu focused on their fields.
If we do not put in the hard work and remain driven, we will not reap the rewards of our labor. We're therefore committed to working hard and enjoying the fruits of our hard work.
Is it working? Are you changing the lives of your children?
Despite the challenges like back pains and working during pregnancy, I persist in my hard work because it's motivated by my commitment to provide for my children.
They work as a team to grow new opportunities together. This wheat, still today a matter of food security and family survival, may be soon a source of financial stability too. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Willem Marks in Tuligolid, Ethiopia.